interviewing a DM today. We are interviewing the amazing Pie from Dicey Amazons. Um, Thank you so much for letting me interview you.
Yeah, thank you for letting me crash the party and tell you guys I'm not about that DM life because I have other things I need to do. But yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for being a part of this. And I at first I'm just gonna have to ask, how did you get started with Tread Raiders?
I think that was Candy. Candy is our official DM over at Dicey Amazons. And so I want to say that Candy was a fan of the channel Thread Raiders. And so she like nudged me in like her traditional Candy fashion and was like, hey, like I need you to make a Twitter and start interacting with people because we need to talk to people on Twitter. And so yeah, like likes and follows, and then all of a sudden, oh, actually we also had an interview last year with Jordan, and I forget the name of the other human being that was there, but there was definitely someone else there. And they were awesome, and we had a lot of fun. It was a really fun, interesting interview. And then yeah, from there, just invites to whatever's going on.
That's awesome. Uh, can you tell us a little bit about your character from Dicey Amazon?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I will talk about Dejori all day long.
I
So
love
like I
to hear
just
about it.
said, her name is Dejori. She is a Yanti pureblood monk. She is the first one from her tribe to leave for some, behind the scenes reasons that may or may not get brought back up in later stories. I'm not sure how we're going to add that in there or how Candy's going to add that in there, but there's some backstory things happening as to why she is no longer with her Yanti tribe. So yeah, she's a monk. So she went from like being in living in isolation like with the Yanti tribe to being a monk and like living in isolation with the monks to like leaving the monks and then going on her own adventure. And so she is experiencing a lot of things for the first time and also like trying to make a balance between like her royal heritage and the humbleness of being a monk and like the empowerment of like being out on like on her own without anyone really guiding her. So it's been interesting. Jojori makes some very naive decisions. She drank alcohol for the first time a couple sessions ago, and that was a whole
Ooh,
situation.
ooh. Yeah, do some con checks, I'm guessing.
Um, Actually, not really that many. I think it was like one or two, and luckily I passed. Which is rolling into the double digits is a skill that I have yet to actually master. So no matter what I say and like what I want to do, like it's always like down to like the roll of the dice or whatever medium that you're rolling dice on. And my RNG is just not good. So
Thank God for bonuses, right?
yeah. I definitely have to add in feats of like I think I have luck added to Dejori, and I have something else that like gives me the option to like either re-roll or like just say like yeah that one that I just rolled didn't count.
Like, just don't pay attention to that.
Yeah. Don't mind your business, okay?
What got you into playing D&D?
Oh wow. Yeah, so I'm a 100%, I will say this directly to the camera. I am a poser. I saw Advanced Dungeons and Dragons on Community. Love that show Community, and took my I was in college at the time, and so I took my roommate who was also a computer science major with me, and we went down to our local game shop, and I was like, I want to play. Like I want to figure it out. Like, it's got to be. This looks awesome. I want to be involved in this. And then from there, like I started like since I was computer science major, I'm surrounded by nerds all the time, and so I was lucky enough to like have some friends that like had a homebrew campaign that they were doing, and they allowed me and a couple other people to come in and like this is like a newbie introduction campaign, and we sat there for like 5 hours making characters because we were all drinking as well. And so we were doing it old school style with like the handbooks and like a written sheet of paper, and it took forever.
Oh,
They were Pathfinder characters too, so it was
oh.
pretty. It was involved. I think I should have saved that character sheet because it took forever to understand what was going on because I was fresh to the game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ooh, I picked it up at 5E and it took me 4 hours to roll my first sheet on my own.
Oh wow.
Like, yeah, and that's me constantly was asking like my DM, like, hey, did I do this
Yeah.
right? So I couldn't even imagine like that sheet.
Yeah, it was absolute chaos. Because it's like I think it was like 7 people at the table, and we're all drinking, and we're all just kind of hanging out, and like tangent conversations are happening. Someone's trying to ask the DM an important question. The one person on the side who actually knows how to play is like frustrated with all of us and wants to go home.
Like I just wanted to.
Yeah. I didn't think that there are so many newbies here.
Um, what do you love most about D&D?
um, what I love most about D&D is that I get the opportunity to be someone else. Like I never thought of myself as like being an actor, or like having any of those traits. I'm a pretty quick-witted person, and so for the first couple of sessions, oh, thanks, Mac. Thanks. Yeah, Madame Vastra was really fun to play. I want to play her again. So if there's an opportunity to do that, like hit your girl up. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, role playing and I can't say that word.
But I know
Improvis.
what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there. Chat, help me out. um,
Improvisation.
improvisation. I still feel like I'm saying it wrong.
Not bad. Good.
Improvisation. There's no M. There's only one M. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so
Whoever in the
much.
chat said that, thanks. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Once again, I got my degree in computer science, not English, so I don't word good unless we're talking about like, variables. Oops, sorry about that. So yeah, role playing, doing improv, those things were like what I really loved about it in the beginning. And now that I'm like a seasoned player, I've been playing for like almost a decade now. It
Wow.
has turned into, thank you. It has turned into a way for me to like unknowingly and inadvertently like work through my own problems.
Yeah.
So I'm alive, I'm a human, I have issues, I go to therapy, like the person you see here is like a combination of an ongoing progress that you're just getting a little snippet of right now. And so even though I don't try to create my characters in my own light, as I did when I first started playing, I still end up, it always comes down to like something that like ties like really closely to who I am as a core human being.
Mhm.
And yeah, it gives me a chance to kind of work through things like without talking to that particular person or like talking to myself. And so I like, I've come to Candy a few times and be like, yo, that hit me right in the feels. How dare you absolutely come at me like that? And it was just, DeJory did something silly and it hit home. So
Um, I hear you talk a little bit about the jury. Can you tell me other player or other characters that you played that have a special place in your heart?
yeah, so I've really enjoyed playing Madame Vastra. I like her snarkiness and the fact that she's like LGBT plus character and a lizard lady, like and like is like a BA woman and doesn't take any crap from anyone. And you can see my face. What you gonna do about it, sis? Like you can't do nothing. I will eat you. I want to come to like meetings with that kind of energy.
I want to match that energy.
Right. Yeah, so Madame Vastra is really good. Another player that I only got to play once, and that was in the Prison Pals Pride one shot. Ooh, the alliteration in that. Like my speech impediment was trying to come out full force on that one. So that character, their name is not Fiona, Lazel. And I was going to play her again this weekend, and then I ended up like honestly like putting too much on my plate, and I had other things that I had scheduled, and I didn't work my schedule out right, and so I ended up having to like drop out of a couple of things, so that I could like do things that pertain to my career because I have to make money. Can't do this full time, not yet, at least.
Yet.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah, with Lazel, she or no, sorry, not she, they're non-binary. They are a like street urchin, kind of on their own, chip on their shoulder, but also like feral. And so when I played them in the one shot, it was all about like just getting to the end of the storyline. And so like I think that I was able to portray a bit of like the feralness of Lazel, and the what isolation has done to them over like the I think they're only like 13 years old, so like over like the 13 years of their life, the isolation and like being on their own, but like living in a city and like having to survive for themselves, has really changed the way they interact with people. So I was able to portray a little bit of that, and so I really want to continue to explore that. Once again, like for reasons I'm not going to get into here, like there are some ties that hit me right in the feels. And so yeah, I mean, like, but those genuine moments of role playing is like it's why a lot of people turn into Critical Role. It's a lot why I enjoy watching Dimension 20, because even though like I'm not those characters, I'm able to relate to them so incredibly closely, that when one character like in game is like crying and having an emotional feeling, like I have that emotional feeling. And so like I had that with DeJory, I have that with Lazel. And yeah, I don't know, it's crazy. There's another character that I just started playing like a couple of weeks ago, and their name is Devin, and it's in the Vampire Masquerades
Ooh,
story. Yeah, a whole new set. I have no idea what the heck I'm doing,
love it.
but yeah, it's been really fun so far, and so I'm really hoping that working with Devin, and being able to experience the world through Devin's perspective, um, will once again, hit me right in the feels.
Oh yeah, I mean, sometimes I know it's helped me through a lot of anxiety issues and so even some fears and even just communicating. Um, it's amazing what it does for the community. What do you feel like? Do you feel like it has helped you grow as a person?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, like when I first started playing Dungeons and Dragons, I was still in school. I was like always like stressed out at some level and not having a way to like vent that frustration, because of like classes, or I had a job as well, and all of that just piles on you. And so the way that it ended up like manifesting itself was one in my relationship, with my girlfriend, which was not healthy at all, the way that I was like venting that frustration. And then two, like my character, I was playing a monk, which I was like set in stone about playing a monk. I'm not sure why I didn't branch out until like last year, but I was playing monks for like, once again, like 7 or 8 years consistently. And so I would always just try to like punch my way through the situation, like as like, I'm a Black woman, I'm a Black queer woman. And so I find myself being or having to be my own advocate and like punch through that ceiling wall like all the time on my own. And so like working through that and like working through the fact that I have a team with me, like running off by myself is not gonna help the situation out, because even though I can punch real hard, like, you know, that's it. I still need other people on the team to like progress the story and like deal with things that I can't deal with on my own. So working through that, and the fact that I was able to get into multiple groups, so I wasn't just playing with one group, it helped me like, and it sounds really cheesy, but it's helped me a lot with like working with people and like kind of connecting with them like almost instantly, because like you're put into this world where you really have to, put some level of trust, into the other players, to like do what needs to be done to help progress the story along. And so being in so many different groups over the past, almost decade has really helped me like in my job right now. I just, got a new job, or got moved to a new team, a new position at my current company. And I have a whole new team, and I have to like learn how to work with them and my new manager and whatnot. And like the knowing myself and like what is a mountain, what is a molehill, and learning how to like advocate for myself, and like, but like I don't have to operate at like DEFCON 1 all the time, because I have other people around me that I can trust and that I can, that can help lift me up and get me through a tough situation. um and so yeah, Dungeons and Dragons has like helped a lot, and I didn't start thinking about that until I started therapy again. And my therapist was like, it really sounds like D&D really helped you out. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I should probably pay someone for that.
Right. I mean, you buy dice and books, and I mean, it
Yeah.
kind of works out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Also, shameless plug. Dicey Amazons recently got a affiliate code with a company called Dice Envy. And so I think our code is called Dicey Amazon. So if you want to like be about that D20 like hard big dice energy, like, you know, shameless plug.
I have so many dice, and I am so ready to add more to it.
Oh yeah. Everything's virtual right now, so I'm not actually rolling any dice, but I need another D20 because I roll like crap, and I'm just waiting until I get that one dice that's not going to fail me. You know.
I have a couple of them, but sometimes like those two will, throw some really bad like hits, and I'm like, okay, why are you failing me?
At
Why
the
are you
most
doing this?
inconvenient time too. It's like I did all that role playing for me to roll a 3. Really? How dare you, dice? Go in the corner.
Like you're going in this jail.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, we are coming near to the end of our interview, but I have a few games that I'd love to play if you'd like to play.
Oh yeah, I love playing games. I am incredibly competitive, and like I was saying before the stream, like I have basically a PhD in like talking trash, even though I can't really back it up. If anyone was watching the Jackbox games that we played last weekend, and I lost almost everyone, but whatever, don't mind your business, don't worry about it. But yeah, we can play games. I'll give you that L, you know.
Okay, so I know you said you're not a DM, but if you was to DM, what would be your perfect party of four? You can be
Ooh,
anybody you want.
like player or like class, race? What are you talking
A player, so like someone famous, someone who's passed on, someone you play with now, literally anybody.
about? Ooh, okay. Top 4. Donald Glover.
Okay.
Um, I'd also want to see. Ooh, okay. Wow, now I'm really thinking about this. Okay, yeah, definitely Donald Glover. Um, I think Tessa Thompson will be really good in a D&D game. She was Valkyrie in
Okay.
Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think she's an amazing actor. Um, ooh, Janelle Monáe. They'd be really cool in the game. Um, and then I don't know, maybe like Charlize Theron. I think they're pretty cool and very
Ooh.
attractive. I'm trying to say that in the most PC ways possible, but if you ever happen to watch this, Charlize, hi. I know you're married with kids and whatnot, but that's cool. Like, slide in my DMs.
So pretty. Um, I like that combination. That sounds like a very interesting group that I'd love to watch.
I'd watch the
Um,
heck out of that.
right. um, so what monster would you be from any of the Wizard of the Coast books?
Mm, like uh like a banshee.
Ooh, why?
Yeah. Um, because I like as a non-DM, I want to see the DM play the banshee. I just want to put the DM in a tough spot, you know?
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, yeah. Candy, what you gonna do now, sis? Okay.
Um, I need you to stat your in real life self and give yourself a class.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
I went there.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, I just had therapy. Like you can't charge my insurance for this. Okay? Like you can't charge Blue Cross Blue Shield. There's too many times. They'll reject it immediately. I already tried. Um so stats. Let's run down the list. So strength. Um I don't know. Probably like a plus like a I played rugby in college. So like I'm on the stronger end. I'm on the sturdier end of things, you know? So like maybe like a +3 in strength. I'm pretty smart. So like maybe like okay. I maybe like a plus 2 in strength, maybe like a +3 in intelligence. Uh I'll talk trash all day, you know, so like +18 in charisma. Um, and I know that means absolutely nothing, not real stats, but we're playing my rules. This is my world now. Candy,
Absolutely.
write these stats down. Let's see. Yeah, charisma, wisdom, like a +1, maybe a 0. Cause like I don't be learning stuff, like I'll hit my head against that wall a few times before I'm like, oh, the door's right there. It was here the whole time. Candy outplay the heck out of that banshee. No, and it's on the internet now. It's a +18 in charisma. Okay, it counts. It counts now.
It definitely counts. If it's on the internet, it counts.
Yeah. What's left? Dexterity. I play music, so I'm pretty dexterous. When it comes to that, not really anything else. Or I do yoga, so like.
I mean that counts.
Yeah, that's gotta count, right? So counts. I don't know, like a +2 dexterity, okay. Maybe. Yeah. And then what's left? Constitution. Mm-hmm. What do that's for spells, right?
Constitution, I look at it more as how much you can stomach, how much you can handle. Some people look at it as like how many hits you can take. For me, it's
oh,
like,
wow.
And how much can your stomach handle?
So, I mean, I'm a Black queer woman, so I'm going to add that as a plus a million right now. Put it on record, write it down. If you read my therapy notes, you'd realize I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty, I mean, as a real number, probably like a +2, +3, maybe. Class. My heart wants to say monk. That's where I started. You know what? Why not? Sorcerer. Let's do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we're doing this. Magic user.
You have that draconic bloodline?
Yeah. What you're witnessing now is like Black girl magic.
I love it. We're gonna play a little this or that. You up for it?
Okay.
And this is how we're gonna send off our adventures with. Okay. Homebrew.
Oh, wait. So the adventures are gonna like actually use the this or that?
No. This is we're just gonna send them off with them, letting them know this is what you would prefer.
Okay, cool.
Homebrew or store-bought?
Homebrew.
Metal dice or plastic?
Metal. I want the thud, the big dice energy coming through, like the big.
Okay.
1.
Wizard or warlock?
Warlock. Because my homie Kalia Moon plays a warlock. Yeah.
Monk or druid?
Druid. You know what? Like I'm gonna abandon monk for a second. I think druid is a much better. I don't know, like druid. Maybe druid is what I should have chosen for my own personal class. I feel like I'm more of a druid there. Like still magic, but can get physical with it if I need to. If I have that thing.
We can say that you're multi-classing sorcerer with druid. Why not?
Oh heck yeah!
Ranger or fighter with a bow?
Ranger.
Orcs or ogres?
Orcs.
Kobold or kobold? Or goblin?
Goblin.
Ale or wine?
Ooh. Okay, first of all, Candy, do not judge my druid choices. Mind your business, okay? You said wine or ale. Mead. So D, none of the above, mead.
Okay. Flute or lute?
Ooh, a lute.
College of Valor or College of Lore?
Lore, College of Lore.
Last one. Dungeon or dragon?
Ooh, dragon. I want to ride it into glory, you know? Like just shirt open and like just the wind flapping, like my locks shaking in the wind. That's what I want. That's my new life goal now. So thank you
Just
for that.
like channeling that Daenerys energy.
Yeah. And I want to like take my dragon like everywhere. Just double parked right in front of Walgreens.
Okay, what color dragon? We gotta know that now.
So in my world, it would be like the color changing, like the reptile skin that like changes color depending on like the way that the light like refracts off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd be like straight stunting on these people, on these folks when I pull up to the local grocery store to buy bread. That's all I'm here for. Bread.
Red. Don't touch the dragon.
No, I mean you don't want that. No one wants that smoke.
Pi, can you tell the adventurers where they can find you at?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find me and the rest of the tribe at Dicey Amazons. We stream 5 or 6 days a week, depending on the week. We are a variety channel. We do everything from a homebrew Dungeons and Dragons campaign that we're doing tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So be there. We from Dungeons and Dragons, like not traditional, but a homebrew campaign to we're rolling out new content, a show that I'm producing along with one of the other Dicey Amazons, Kalia. It's called Parallels, and where we watch conversations and interviews from predominant African American civil rights leaders from the 60s and 70s, and then have a conversation about it as a way to take what they've talked about and what they've learned, from 40 plus years ago, and push the conversation forward. Because right now, like so much information is like just being suppressed from you, me, everyone, so like why not go back and like learn what I should have learned, and then that way I can like make new changes happen instead of like trying to keep the old changes that weren't really helping anyone.
That's so awesome.
Thank you.
I will definitely be keeping track of Dicey Amazons. There's so many amazing streams I have to watch and I haven't got a chance to, but Dicey Amazons is on that list.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, like, come through. We're working on getting some like digestible clips down and putting them up on a YouTube page, so that you don't have to. If you and not everyone has like what 2.5, 3 hours to like sit down and listen to a whole campaign, listen to a whole session. So yeah, we're working on like trying to get that information, or if we have it in a podcast form, if you want to have it on in the background. So yeah, I mean, we're out here. There's ways to watch it and have it on the background and listen to. And honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you, like having it on audio for the first couple episodes is the best way to go. The video is trash. We were working things out. So
Well, I will definitely be taking a look into that. And guys, I'm Ashley, and you can find me on the internets as Ashley the Bard, on Instagram as Are You Sure You Want to Do That? And same thing for Discord. Please tune into Vital Hits interviews. You'll see some of me on the YouTube. I said that like an old woman, like on the YouTubes.
I say that all the time. I'm over 30 now. Like I'm officially old. My knee hurts sometimes. Like I don't know why. It just does.
I feel that in so many levels. And thank you guys so much for watching and tuning into Oasis of Hope. This has been awesome. And Pi, thank you so much for letting me interview. You've been wonderful.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me and inviting me and letting me, moderately talk trash for, approximately 30 minutes.
If we had more time, we would go more, but we'll do that later. Bye, guys.